All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on public finance. Now, I know what you might be thinking, numbers, spreadsheets, but trust me, this is a powerful tool for any leader. We're going to see how really understanding the numbers can completely change how you serve your community, making every single decision that much more effective. It really all boils down to this one question, right? Managing public money isn't just about balancing the books. It's about this incredible transformation of tax revenue into something tangible, something that saves lives, like a brand new fire truck showing up right when it's needed most. And understanding that financial story, well, that's what we're here to do.
So you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this really for the accountants? And the answer is a hard no. Financial literacy is power. It gives you, as a leader, the ability to clearly justify what you need, to manage your resources like a pro, and to make smarter, faster decisions that actually protect people and property. It's all about being a great steward of the public's trust.
And this isn't just some nice idea. It has a huge impact in the real world. Get this. A study by McKinsey found that organizations with solid financial discipline can boost their performance by 15 to 30%, using the exact same resources they already have. Just think about that for a second. That's like achieving almost a third more for your community with the budget you have right now.
So where do we even begin? Well, think of your financial statements like the dashboard in your car. You wouldn't just start driving without looking at your speed, your fuel, or your engine light, would you? These next three statements give you that same kind of critical info, telling you where you've been, where you are right now, and where you're headed.
First up is the statement of activities. This is basically the story of your financial year. It shows all the money that came in, your revenue, and all the money that went out, your expenditures. Now here's the really important part. For a public service, the bottom line isn't profit. It's what we call a net surplus or a deficit. And it answers one simple, vital question. Did you live within your means this year? Next, we have the balance sheet. So if the last statement was like a video of your year, the balance sheet is more like a photograph, a single snapshot taken on one specific day. It lists everything you own, your assets, and everything you owe, your liabilities. The difference between those two really shows the public's total investment in your organization.
And the third one, the cash flow statement. Honestly, this might be the most critical one of all. It tracks the actual physical cash moving in and out. You see, you can have a surplus on paper, but if you don't have the cash in the bank to make payroll or buy fuel for the trucks, you are in deep, deep trouble. When it comes to cash flow, timing is absolutely everything.
Let's see how this plays out. Imagine a manager has a 200,000 dirham budget for vehicle maintenance for the whole year, and they spend all of it in January. Now, technically, they're on budget for the year, right? But what happens when a critical engine fails in June? There's zero cash left for the repair. That truck is now out of service, all because of a cash flow crisis.
So, how do we prevent that kind of disaster? It all starts with smart budgeting. And we need to stop thinking of a budget as a cage or a restriction. It's not. It's a strategic plan. It's your roadmap, the one you draw up to guide your team towards successfully achieving your mission.
And on this journey, it is so important to know the difference between your budget and your forecast. Think of it this way. The budget is the roadmap you planned out before you left. But the forecast, that's your live, real-time GPS. It's constantly updating, telling you if you're on track, if there's traffic ahead, and if you need to find a different route to get to your destination.
Let's make this super practical. Here's a simple budget for a community safety fair. As you can see, we've planned out our spending for the venue, for printing flyers, for the live demos, and for staff overtime. Everything is accounted for, adding up to our total planned cost of 55,000 dirhams. That's our roadmap.
And now, here comes the GPS part. We do a variance analysis, comparing our plan to what really happened. And we can see, oops, we went over budget by 2,000 dirhams. A quick look tells us why. The printing costs are way higher than we expected. So the lesson here for the manager is crystal clear. Next time, get a fixed price quote from the printer. You see? The budget just became an amazing learning tool.
Okay, this leads us to a skill that every single leader needs to master, making smart spending decisions. And this isn't just about finding the cheapest thing, it's about getting the absolute best long-term value for the public's money.
A huge piece of this is understanding the difference between OPEX and CAPEX. OPEX, or operating expenditures, are your everyday run-the-business costs, things like fuel, utilities, or a minor repair to an AC unit. CapEx, or capital expenditures, are the big-ticket items, major assets that provide a long-term benefit, like buying a whole new fire truck or replacing that entire AC system. They're totally different, and they're usually funded in different ways.
All right, let's put you in the driver's seat with a classic dilemma. You've got to buy 50 new radios. Vendor A's price is a lot cheaper up front. Vendor B's is more expensive. Just based on that, which one seems like the smarter choice?
Looking just at the sticker price, Vendor A looks like a slam dunk. Saving 15,000 dirhams? That seems like an open and shut case. But this is exactly where we need to learn to think beyond that initial price tag.
Because when we look at the 5-year total cost of ownership, the whole story, the picture completely flips. It turns out Vendor A's cheaper radios have really high maintenance costs and need pricey battery replacements down the line. Over 5 years, Vendor B's radios are actually 30,000 dirhams cheaper. That is how looking at the total cost leads to a way smarter decision.
This brings us to what might be the most powerful idea of all. If our goal isn't to make a financial profit, then how on earth do we measure success? How do we calculate our return on investment when our real goal is saving lives?
To answer that, we have to completely reframe what return on investment means. For us, in a mission-driven organization, the return isn't measured in dirhams. It's measured in impact. It's measured in fires that were prevented, in lives that were saved, in creating a safer community. Our spending has to connect directly to this social profit.
Let me show you a powerful example. An organization decides to invest 500,000 dirhams in a new, state-of-the-art training simulator for fighting fires in high-rise buildings. That's a pretty big investment.
Now, let's look at the benefit. In the very first year of using it, that enhanced training helps crews prevent one major commercial fire from spreading. The estimated value of the property that was saved in just that one incident? 5 million dirhams.
So what's the social ROI on that investment? It's a jaw-dropping 900% return, and that is the punchline. When you can frame your mission outcomes in financial terms like this, you create an incredibly powerful data-driven argument for the resources you need to keep people safe. This is how you prove your value.
So let's just quickly wrap up the big takeaways here. Number 1, your financial statements tell a story, you just have to learn how to read it. Number 2, your budget is your strategic roadmap, use it. Number 3, spend smarter, not cheaper, by always looking at the total cost of ownership. And finally, number 4, justify what you need with data. Build the case.
In the end, it all comes back to this one simple truth. Good financial stewardship isn't just some boring administrative task. It's a fundamental part of operational excellence, because every single dirham that you manage effectively is another dirham being used to better protect the community we all serve.